beautiful friends. Let's talk about overthinking. Aren't you tired of spending hours in the day, sometimes in the middle of the night, overthinking? It's time to transform that overthinker in you. Overthinking is not a good idea for many reasons. One, it's feeding the controller in you. We all have this controller, the ones that wants to set the goals, guarantee the outcomes, pay attention to every single detail, calculate everything to make sure no wrong decision is made. What if I tell you there's no wrong decision? A message was delivered to me very clearly last night. I received some very clear downloads, usually in the middle of the night by spirit, which you can interpret as your higher self, as your soul, as higher consciousness. It doesn't matter what we call. But this message was, be kind to everyone and to all creatures. The world, it's a playground. Go play. That was the message. And it's very interesting because isn't this the message that Jesus taught us? Treat your neighbors like you would treat yourself. That was pretty much his most important teaching. Everything else was religion distorting his teachings. And when I say Jesus, it is not coming from the eyes of any religion. I study Jesus. I connect with Jesus spiritually, Christ consciousness, through the eyes of the mystic. But that was his message. So this message came very clear last night, and I sat to meditate on that. And it was pretty much about this, breaking this habit that we have of overthinking because we don't want to make the wrong decision. Well, there's no wrong decision. What the message is about is pretty much, if you treat everybody with kindness, meaning you love and you're compassionate with people, you can't make any wrong decision. Every decision is going to lead to certain outcome, cause and effect. It's going to lead to certain effects, certain experiences. So there is no wrong decision. Overthinking is a bad idea because number one, it's coming always from the protective, from the survival egoic mind. The ego mind is extremely limited because it's a record of the past. It's a record of your past or even current beliefs, associations, meanings, or even beliefs of your parents or your ancestors that you might not be aware. So it's very limited. So you're not gonna have any new insight. You're not gonna open yourself to potential possibilities if you're overthinking. Because the overthinker in you, which wants to control, which is the anxious part of you, wants to make sure you make a decision that's is not gonna cause you any discomfort, any pain, any suffering. Well, isn't that impossible? So overthinking is not a good idea because again, it's using the survival limited aspect of your mind. Second, it's not a good idea because it's going to disconnect you from your intuition, from the heart, from your soul that always knows the answer, that always knows what's going to serve your highest self. So for example, when I debating between things can be as simple as I have a dinner invitation and there's an aspect of me that doesn't really want to go. There's an aspect of me that wants to go. Usually I sit and ask, I quiet myself, I disconnect from my mind and I ask, is this decision going to serve my highest and greatest good? And usually because I'm used to do this, it's like training, it's developing a skill of intuition more and more and more, I get a pretty clear answer. Third reason why overthinking is a bad idea is that it's going to cause you exhaustion. Decision fatigue is a real thing when you go back and forth between things to do. Small decisions, medium decisions, and even big decisions like, should I leave this relationship? Should I quit this job? So there are also certain decisions that you can't make from your rational mind. Recently, I had a friend who was struggling in a relationship and she was debating, should I leave this relationship? Should I stay? And my answer was, you will know. If you need to leave this relationship, you're going to wake up one day and it's going to be so clear for you. So of course, this is a more complex decision making, but even like from a dinner decision to leave a relationship, the essence is the same. If you sit more and more with your heart, quiet your mind, sit with your heart, with your intuition, you're going to hear the whispers of truth. And a lot of people don't want to hear the whispers of truth because the truth can be very, very inconvenient and can bring discomfort, like living a relationship that you're so accustomed to, or maybe there's codependency there, or you have fear of being alone, or fear of missing out if you don't attend to that party or to that dinner. Always sit with your intuition. How many times have you done things and then you regret and you said, I didn't listen to my intuition? So those are the reasons why overthinking is not good, because you're going to keep feeding that controller in you, and the controller in us is dying. We are learning. For us, are walking in the spiritual path. We are awakening more and more to all the illusions. We are walking away even from these teachings of the personal growth industry, which is take control of your life, you're in control of everything. We are not. You learn that it gets to a point in your life that you can be doing all the right things, and a lot of aspects of your life are not going to be working. Outcomes that you want are not going to be happening. So you start learning to release the controller, which is the aspect of us that produces anxiety, because the controller wants to control outcomes and is never in the present, is always in hypervigilance, which is another thing that causes exhaustion. So stop overthinking. Sit more just in silence with your heart, asking what is for your highest and greatest good. And again, for big decisions, if you're not getting an answer, it's because it's not time to make any decision. A lot of times the decision is do nothing. Just be a witness, be present. And as I shared in a video a couple weeks ago, a lot of times not being clear about a decision is simply God saying, not yet, because you still have lessons to learn in the job or in the relationship or in the pattern, whatever that is. So stop overthinking and start trusting more your inner intelligence, because you carry the intelligence of the divine. You carry inside you the intelligence of the cosmos, because you are made of the cosmos. You are made of God substance, source. So you have so much intelligence inside you, but we need to utilize so we can get good at it and start turning this off more and more, because again, the ego, the survival mind, the fear mind is extremely limited and is gonna hold you back. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, please place in the comment, or if this video resonated, and share this content with your community. Help me to spread the love. Thank you so much. Mwah.